Hey guys, and welcome to episode 18 of Surgan's Feed the Beast Season 3 Let's Play. If you remember last episode, we were here, I still haven't fixed that. So I gotta fix that. Remind me at the end of the episode. So, if you remember last episode, we made the redstone soup, and there's a couple things that we can make or do with it. One of them is if we look here, our altar has 3783 power. If we take our chalice, let me break it with my pick, and take our chalice and redstone soup. Is that not right? Let's figure this out. We're supposed to be able to fill the chalice with redstone soup. Yeah, just like that. Ah, there we go. So now we have a filled chalice. And if we go and throw this back, you see there, we're over 5,000 now. Huge amount. It's a big boost just by adding the redstone soup. So that's going to allow us to do better rituals when we get to it. The other thing, I hate the rain. And I don't think it was night. Oh, good. Okay, so the other thing that we can do with the redstone soup is it's actually used in an ingredient for the flying ointment, which is something that we're going to need. I did go get some more wool of bat. We have plenty of belladonna. I should have some feathers. Let's see if we have any feathers. I know I've killed chickens. Yeah, we have plenty of feathers. And what we're going to need is to make a vanilla brewing stand. And I don't know if I actually have a blaze rod. I don't. Can we make a blaze rod? Do I have any vulcanite? Let's see. No, I don't. So I'm gonna have to go get a blaze rod. And I know exactly where I can get one. I'm over here at Pyro's base, and I just happen to know that right in here, he has a blaze farm. Come here. So it should be easy to get a couple of blaze rods. I don't think there's a way to kill them through here, is there? I don't know why he set it up with no doors. Okay, so now we should be able to run back to our house and go ahead and get a brewing stand. Okay, so now we're back at our base and we have our blaze rod, and we should be able to make our brewing stand. We should have everything that we need. There we go. Brewing stand. So I already know I'm going to need some nether wart. I have quite a bit. And I also know that I'm going to need some sugar. And I don't have any sugar, but I do have sugar cane, which works just as well. We already have some redstone. So let's see if we can get everything put together. And I'm going to take my brewing stand, and because this is my witch's hut, I'm going to put it right in here. And I should have some glass bottles out here. And I'm just going to make 3. Throw in my nether wart and let that cook up, and that should make me 3 awkward potions. There we go. So we have our awkward potions, and I can add my sugar. And now we have potions of swiftness, but we need them to be the 8-minute ones. So we can just add a little bit of redstone, and that'll make the 8-minute potion of swiftness. So if we go back to our Witchery mod list, and we want our flying ointment. So we need feathers, and I want to make 2 of them. So I'm going to need 2 feathers, and the rest I'm just going to put away. I need 2 redstone soups. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep 1 out. I'm just going to make 1. Let's put 1 redstone soup in there. And we're going to need 1 belladonna, 1 wool of bat, 1 of our potions, and a diamond. Where's that wool? So 1 of these and a diamond. Let me go grab the diamond real quick. So now we should have everything that we need to get this made up. Let me just go ahead and grab 1 bottle and fill up our kettle. Let's throw everything in. So our potion of swiftness, redstone soup, feather, belladonna, wool of bat, and diamond. And if we take our bottle, there we go, flying ointment. So there's one last thing that we need. And then we should be able to put everything together in our ritual altar. We're going to need a broom. So 3 hawthorn saplings and 2 sticks. Really, really easy. This is probably the easiest part of this whole thing. And if we come down here to our altar, we throw our ointment, our broom, and then broom, ointment, and just right click on the rune. It'll suck them both up and get us, where'd it go? An enchanted broom. So now we can throw it down on the ground, just like you would a boat, and hop on it. Let's go this direction. And if we look up, we're start to go up. And if we look down, we're start to go down. So now we have at least a better form of flight than this crappy jetpack. Okay, so a couple things to note with the Enchanted Broom. One, it goes where you go. So as long as you push forward, wherever you're facing, that's where the broom's going to go. So if I turn around and I push forward, it's going to go that way. It kind of steers like a boat, right? So you want to keep that in mind, that you want to kind of slow down, and I don't think backwards works. Let me see. Yeah, see, there is no backwards. It just doesn't do anything. So you want to look backwards and go that direction. The other thing is this can break. I haven't hit anything hard enough for it to break, but I have, when I was playing around in creative before on a test world, before I actually decided that I wanted to make this, I did run into some cactus, and cactus will just make your broom disappear. Now, once you're done flying, you don't have to leave it like this. You can easily just punch it and break it and get it back. And then whenever you want it again, you just put it down. So now we at least have better flight than this jetpack. And so that's going to be something that I'm going to keep a hold on here. And I think what I'd like to do, besides cooking up these potatoes, is following with the whole thing with magic. I was working on my Thaumanomicon. I was working on research, and so now I'm able to fly. But I almost have golems done, and I think what I'd like to do is have them maybe do some of my automation. Maybe set up like a golem farm, right? So that way I don't have to keep doing it, because I have to keep going and getting my own potatoes. And while it's not bad, I mean, I only need to get them when I really need them. I'd like to have a surplus, and golems will take care of that for me. So I'm going to do just a little bit more research to see if I can get golems. And I'll be back. Okay, so I actually almost have it, right? And I'm not going to tell you what's in it. That's kind of half the fun of doing the research. But I ran out of something. And I absolutely know 100% it is in here. And it is the Spiritus. I believe it's Spiritus. Let me pull that up. This one here, Spiritus. And I can make some with Victus and Mortis, but if you look here, there's also an item that has it on it, and that is Soul Sand. So I don't really want to use up all of my research points to make other types of aspects to use for research. So there's one other thing that'll help us with that, and that is the deconstruction tape. It's pretty easy. We just need a thermometer, a golden pickaxe, golden axe, and a table. That should be pretty easy to pull off. So, if we go here, deconstruction. Oh, I can't even look it up there. That's okay. So we should be able to make a table. I need a couple more slabs. I have 2. Let's just use great wood. So there's more slabs, and I should be able to make the table. So 1 table, 1 thermometer, a gold axe, and a gold, I believe it was a gold pickaxe. Golden pickaxe, and golden axe. And we just need to use our arcane work table and throw everything together. And there we go. We don't have enough feet. Luckily, I have another wand. Deconstruction table. And I'm just going to put my cheap wand back in here. So what we can do with this now is, you know what? I'm going to take and put it right here. Deconstruction table there, and then I'll just put my chest right here. And all I had in it was some ink sacs for when I run out of stuff for research. Now, what I can do in here is we need to take... a little bit of lag there. So we need to take some soul sand, that's what we want to break down. And I believe we may need some coal. Let's see what the Thaumcraft says here. Okay, the only thing that it really says is that it allows you to break down objects into their simplest parts, which you can examine. So let's just throw it in here. Looks like I don't need coal. Now, because this only has a couple of aspects on it, it really doesn't give us a high chance. And they're going to break down all the way. So it might not be the best to use all of our soul sand. You know what? Let's throw something like cobblestone. We have a lot of cobblestone. Now, cobblestone most likely will only get us some terra. But with terra, it's water, and terra to make Victus. So if we make a whole bunch of Victus, and we remember Victus, and where is it? Mortis, make the Spiritus. And that's what we needed to finish this off. So we're getting just a couple. So this will at least help us. There we go. And so basically every time it actually finishes and gets a point, we can just click on it and we'll get a point. So it's a good thing to just leave running. So now we should be able to, I know Victus or Spiritus, I know that's in here, and it is. It's right here. So let's move this right here, and this one right here, and there we go. So now we have our straw golems. And if we look, our straw golems, they are, I know that they're weak. Let's see what it tells us about them. Okay, so straw golems can only carry one item at a time, but they're really fast. and we can put one upgrade in them. They may not be the best to start or to use for a farm because they can only carry one at a time. However, that's all we have right now. So we should be able to make a gather core. Let me get everything that I need to make our Golemancer's bell, because we're going to need that to basically command him. And then the gather. Actually, we want harvest, don't we? Yeah, I think I'm going to need to do a little bit more research. Okay, so I finished off the research that I need. I now have a harvest golem core, the gather golem core. I do have the straw golems, and I did get the order upgrade, which is going to play an essential role. So what we need now is to make everything. And the straw golem, you can see here, we have to make in the crucible. So let me show you how the crucible works. First thing, we're going to need to fill it with water. And if we wait a second, it should start to bubble. Doesn't take too long. There it goes. And under it, I do have a piece of netherrack that I lit on fire. There's other things that we can put under it once we make them, but this is going to be your basic that you want to start with. And what we need is, let's go ahead and start with the golem. So what we're going to need is some humanus, some motus, and some spiritus. Now, the easiest way to find what has this on it is, if we go back to our basic information here, you can go to your aspects, and we can look through it. We know we need modus, so let's find that. Now, I already know what is a good source of modus, but I want to see if it tells us. Now, we do need spiritus, so we're going to need some soul sand. And where is modus? Potentia. It's in here. Humanus, we can get from zombie flesh. But where is modus? I'm probably just skipping right over it. Instrumentum. There it is. Modus. So there's a couple different things. What I'm going to use is trapdoors. So we're going to need some zombie flesh, some trapdoors, and some soul sand. Just grab a stack of soul sand, and I should have plenty of zombie rotten flesh. And let me see if I have any trapdoors. I have 2. Probably not going to be enough. So let's just make a few more. We'll say that'll give us 10. Let's just make, there we go, 16 should be good. So if we look at our Thaumonomicon, again, it shows us what amounts we need. So we're going to need 4 Humanus, 4 Modus, and 4 Spiritus. That's pretty easy. And here, this has 1 Humanus, so we're going to need at least 4 of those. This has 1 Modus, so we're going to need at least 4 of those. And if I move, actually I'll move my bucket. This has 1 Spiritus, so we're going to need 4 of those. And if you wonder how I am moving stuff between my hotbar and the items here, all you have to do is hold shift over it and move your mouse wheel, and it will move one at a time. The other thing that we're going to need is basically a reagent kind of thing. So we have to put these aspects into our crucible, and then we have to throw in a hay bale. So we're going to need a hay bale. And I bet you I have 0 wheat. So And it's just because I've been growing everything else. So let's see if I can grow a little bit of wheat, and then I'll meet you in our Thaumcraft room. Okay, so I have everything that I need now to go ahead and make our golem. I went and got some more, some wheat and made 2 hay bales. And I'm actually going to make 2 golems. I'm only going to make them one at a time just because it is possible to overfill the crucible. And also when you throw items in the crucible, their aspects do start to break down. So I don't want to throw 2 sets in there and then by the time I go to make them, maybe something broke down and I don't have enough aspects to make 2. So let's go ahead and make 1 here. And all we need to do is throw trapdoors, rotten flesh, soul sand, and then the last thing, the hay bale. And there we go. We have 1 straw golem. So we're going to do the same thing again. And you can see that we don't need to refill the cauldron. It just uses a little bit of water. It doesn't use all of it. So soul sand, rotten flesh, trapdoors, and hay bale. Now we have 2. So we have our 2 golems that we're going to use to automate our farm. And if we look in our Thaumonomicon, we're going to need a gather core on one of them and a harvest core on the other. So for this, we're going to need some meadow, or some meadow, 5 meadow, and 5 messes, which is crop. Let's see, I wonder if that's on wheat. Actually, instead of looking in our system, I can just look here. As long as I don't pass over it 3 times. So messes looks like a good place to get it would probably be potatoes, since we have a lot of those. And then for the meadow, oh, we can just use shears. That's the only thing that I know that it has it. That's okay. I wonder, do I have my thermometer? Instead of using iron for shears, I wonder if I've ever scanned my hoe. See, that has it too. So what we can do is we can make a couple of wooden hoes instead. So we're going to need 5 of those and 5 potatoes. I believe 5 potatoes. Let's see how much is on the potatoes. 1 each. So we will need 5 potatoes. And I'll just collect up 1 more so that way I can replant. There we go. And we'll make a couple of hoes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might not be the easiest to throw into our system, but that's okay. Or throw into the cauldron. So we have 5 potatoes and 5 hoes, and we're going to need... No, this is the wrong one. Harvest. We're going to need an animation core. Now, to make an animation core, we're going to need a couple of bricks and some nitor. And to make nitor, we're going to need some ignis, lux, and potentia, and throw in a glowstone. So I can use torches for the lux, and I know I can use coal for the ignis and potentia. So let's grab some coal, and I have some torches here. And that is not good. That sometimes happens, that's flux. That sometimes happens when your aspects break down. And really right now we don't have any good way to clean it up other than to try to cover it up. Why is it not working? Let's see if we can get it out. Well, that's not good. I lost my cauldron too. Oh no! Wonder if I can bucket that stuff out. I can't. I know how we can clean it up. I should have some shimmerleaf. Shimmerleaf are a plant that you find around the Thaumcraft trees, and you just use shears on them, and what they will do is slowly clean up the flux. I might as well scan it. Oh, I can't learn anything from it. Okay, well, I'm going to see if I can get this cleaned up, and then I'm going to make what I need, and we can put our farm together. Okay, so I have everything made up. I have my 2 golems. I have the 2 cores that I'm going to need. I do have the order upgrade, which I can just put on my hotbar now. I also made, there it is, my Golemancer spell. And I put this little area, remember this is where our Christmas tree was. I set this up out here, and what I'd like to do is put 1 straw golem right here, and he just looks so sad. And I'm going to put another one right here. And with this guy, let's see, this is the gather core, and this is the harvest. So let's put the gather core in this guy, and now he's at least awake. We'll put the harvest in this guy, and with the harvest one, we also want the order upgrade. So now what I can do is I can take my chest, and let's put the chest, let's put it right here. Actually, you know what, let's put it, I'm going to put it right here. And so I take my Golemancer spell, I'm going to tell this guy here, I want to go here. This is where I want him to put stuff in. So if I take something like dirt and throw it on the ground, he's going to pick it up, put it in my chest. Let's try this again. Let's put him on the chest. Okay, so now we tell you that that's your home. So now if we throw something down, go pick it up and put it in your home. There we go. So now he's working right. So since this is a brand new farm, I don't have anything here. So what I figure is, well, I always need potatoes. So we can definitely grab some of those. And that should be okay. And I always need wheat, and I never have it. And it's just because, you know, it's not something that I normally would farm unless I'm doing something like a cow farm, which may come in the future. So now we have some seeds, and I actually wouldn't mind doing some cotton, just to make sure that I have a nice, healthy supply of string. And let's see if there's anything else in here that we might want. Belladonna, I have a good amount of belladonna. Mandrakes, I don't know how that would fare right now. So this will work. And let's see how we want to portion this out. Now let's do here to here, I'm going to do with wheat. And then this little portion here, I'm going to do potatoes. And what I'll do is I'll put a fence around this, right? So that way the golems don't run off and go harvest something else. Now, let me grab a little bit of bone meal from my system, just so we can test this out. Which I should have plenty of bone meal. Yeah, 34. And I'm going to convert those into seeds. Now what should happen is, because we put the order upgrade in our harvest golem, and let's just say the wheat here, the moment it grows he should break it. Go ahead and break it, little buddy. And because we have order in him, he'll replant it. And see how he replanted it there. Do that again. Break it. Go ahead. And then our other straw golem will come and pick stuff up. Now, straw golems aren't very strong, so they can only pick up one item at a time. But, I mean, when you think about it, a farm, only one item's really going to grow at a time. I mean, they're going to have plenty of time where it's, okay, break this, and, you know, and they have time before something else grows. Now, I wanted to test to see how he's going to deal with cotton. So let's see if he even does anything with cotton. Go ahead, go break it. Go harvest. Do it. Okay. Apparently, doesn't look like he knows what to do with cotton. So I'm going to have to be very selective on what I actually put in this farm. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get this farm totally set up, surrounded by fences. Between this episode and next, I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, take it easy.